The QA automation with Hi everyone, welcome to the QA automation with Sony. So today playlist 4 we will create a one generic function for the different browser which we want to perform, on which we need to perform the work or run our script. So basically this generic function we will create inside this get browser driver class which we will create inside the util package, and then we will learn how we will create a validation and verification done in for the different functionality, like for the invalid login functionality and valid login functionality. Then we will learn how we will create a scenario outline and how we can use scenario outline and example keyword for the different datas. So here we are perform this section for the invalid login functionality. Okay, so let's start. So in the previous section we have created one variable like this browser.driver equal to Chrome. So it is a different for it can be different for the different browser, like if we need to run our script from the different browser other than Chrome, so we just give as a different browser name here. So basically this generate function what we are creating for this different browser is avoid to write a duplicate script for the different browser. So what we will do, we will go to this base class, and inside base class we have initialized the driver. Okay, so what we will do, we will create a one get browser driver method inside the get browser driver class, which we will create inside the util package. So what it will take as a browser name which we have mentioned inside the framework.properties file. Okay, and then return a driver. So basically we will create this get browser driver inside this get browser driver class. Okay, so here we have defined the driver as a static variable, and this is the method which we have created for the get browser. So it's taking as a browser name, so it will validate like browser is not equal to null, then these things are performed. So I have written a statement for the three scenarios for Chrome, Firefox and Internet Explorer. So this fire browser dot name is matched with Chrome. In that case it will call this set Chrome driver method. So basically it will return a driver for the setup for the Chrome one, and this is written for the Firefox, and this is written for the Internet Explorer driver. So this line which we have mentioned earlier in the base class, we have written inside this inside this method which we have created for the respective browser. So for the internal IE driver we need to write this thing, and for this Firefox driver we need to write this thing, and Chrome driver we need to write this thing. Okay, so according to the driver we will get according to the driver name we will get the driver setup, and we will use this driver setup inside our base class. So through driver setup we like through the browser name we will get the respective driver, and we will perform this at the rate before or at the rate after function which we have, which we need to run or execute before each scenario. Basically, like in the playlist one I will let you know, like we have used hooks, right? So at the rate before and at the rate after hooks we have used. So inside this at the rate hooks I will initialize this driver method, and this is a close driver which we have created inside the base class. So this hooks will be executed before each scenario. Means this at the before hooks will be executed starting of the scenario, and once the one scenario is completed, then this after hooks will be executed. Okay, then next step is assertion or validation. How we will perform the validation. So like for this valid login through the valid credential. What we need to do, like we need to once we have login into the application with a valid credential, we will move to the home page, and where we need to validate the my account text is present. So according to that, we will get the we will find out that our functionality is working fine. So this validate login means inside we will create inside the home page. Okay, so this is the home page. Here we have give the XPath of the my account, and we will get the text value through this XPath, and we will compare this actual XPath with the accepted XPath, which we have mentioned inside the login step tab. So we have directly passed this my account as accepted value here. You can mention inside the properties and we can load these properties and use here. So let's move further, like page function. I will let you know, like this validate text method is a common for basically in that case we will need to compare the two string values. So I like in forward this is a generic function, like in some other scenario where we need to compare the text value. So what I will do, I will create a generic function validate text inside the browser util class. So inside browser util class I have created one generic function. So it is a string element. This is the XPath which we have mentioned inside the home page, and this is the accepted XPath. So what we need to do, we will through this XPath we will get the actual result, and we will through this sn.accept equals method we will compare the actual result and expected result. So once this are result are matched, then we will get this message. Okay. So next thing, scenario outline functionality, basically which scenario outline functionality we have used for the invalid credential, which we login functionality with the invalid credential. So here if we need to work with a different parameter, in that case we will use the scenario outline. Scenario outline should be used with the examples keyword. So one thing we need to mention, like a parameter which we need to pass, we need to give like that email, password, message. Okay, and this should be separate through the pipeline. Okay, so yeah, so once we have written this scenario file, we need to modify our step definition file. So move into this step definition file. This is the login step def file. So like for this, so what things we need to modify. So for the parameterized method, what we need to do, there are some 4 things we need to validate. First, this is the statement should be start with the upper cap and with the $sign, and the parameter name of the statement should be replaced with this regular expression. And the 4th thing, the parameter which we have mentioned in the feature file should be used inside the method which we have created. Okay. So this thing we need to do inside the step definition. We need to update inside the step definition. Then for the invalid condition we will get some error message, right? So basically where we need to do same functionality which we have performed for the valid login one, right? Where we also validate the text value with the accepted text value. So same thing we need to do here. So what we have created inside the login page, I have created this method, right? So inside I have same validate text method will be have used which we have created earlier. Yeah, so that thing we have done in playlist 4. Yeah, let's we meet into the playlist 5 again. Okay.